Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jake from TNJ, and welcome back to the channel. And in this video, we will be checking out one of the older Maddens. This is Madden 09, and why this is significant for me personally is because I do live in Wisconsin. I'm not really a Packer fan, I'm a Broncos fan, but this was the Madden that had Brett Favre on the cover. This was kind of the changing of the guard from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. And this Madden was one of the last Maddens after the QB cone, if you remember that one. And this was one of those Maddens where it was really significant because it had Superstar mode. Who remembers Superstar mode? It was when you kind of had a player, you could import him from NCAA or just create him here in this game and take him through the NFL career. Now, this mode was really deep. As you can see here, this is preparing for the draft. You see I created my player who is a quarterback, and now I kind of had to go through the draft process. Here's one of the drills here. This is one of the more fun drills here in this mode. As a quarterback, you kind of had a bunch of yellow dots being shot at you, and you had to kind of avoid them and throw at the correct receiver, and these buttons would change each time. So you can see triangle is at the left right now. It looks like this is on maybe the easiest mode, so no, it did change. So now triangle was at the top there, and you kind of just had to throw to the right target at the right time. So even in this Superstar mode, a lot more features than what Madden actually has now. And just looking at this, you actually had to go through an IQ test. So this actually affected your draft stock. You could see some of these questions were easy, some of these questions were harder, but it's just fun to have this type of stuff in the game. It's definitely something that Madden does not have right now, and it's kind of puzzling, to be honest. I mean, a game that was made 11, 12 years ago has all of these features as far as like NFL Draft Combine, as you can see right here. I mean, this is the depth that this game had. I mean, you had QB drills, you had drills for every position. You also had, you know, practice sessions. You had to go to events, so sponsor events, all that type of stuff. And then you had the NFL draft where you kind of had to do a pre-draft interview and say, hey, do you want to go to your favorite team? And you had to kind of answer it, and it would affect your draft stock depending on how you answered those questions. That's something that, you know, Madden does not have right now. And if you're a fan of my channel, look who I got drafted by. The Detroit Lions, who I just did a franchise with in Madden 20. Pretty coincidental here, but this Madden was pretty cool. I mean, this Superstar mode, it was one of the best things that Madden had because of how deep it was and how it just added like a different element to the game as far as managing your player off the field and how that would affect yourself on the field. You actually had player roles as well. So when you started out, you were just a rookie, then you ended up being a superstar, and you got more pull on the team, things like that. And that was pretty cool to see. And honestly, I don't know why they pulled a lot of these features out of Madden. And I mean, it's been 10 years. I mean, it's like we're just trying to work our way back to what it was here in Madden. And I don't know where this game is going. I think the gameplay definitely has a long way to go. I think that definitely hurt Madden 20. And if you're not really a franchise guy and you're more of an online guy, I bet you really hated this Madden. I actually kind of enjoyed the franchise this year because of how the rating system worked, because there was actually a huge difference between like a top tier starter or even a starter and a bench player, which made the game more fun. So let's hop back into this. So Chargers versus Broncos. I am a Broncos fan, so we will play this one. And I like the Chargers playing in this game because, remember, they had LT. They had one of the most underrated secondaries, in my opinion, in NFL history. Quentin Jammer, Antonio Cromartie, and Antoine Cason. That is an amazing secondary. And then they had Eric Weddle at safety as well. And then, obviously, on offense, they had Antonio Gates, Chris Chambers, Vincent Jackson, LT, Darren Sproles. I mean, they had everybody. So let's just check out some gameplay here as we are going up against the Chargers, and we are controlling the Broncos in this one. And here is Phillip Rivers starting out with a deep shot to his outside receiver. That's Chris Chambers, I believe. And that's Champ Bailey and Dre Bly in coverage. So here's a handoff. This time, LaDainian Tomlinson puts on the Jets and gets around John Lynch, the Hall of Famer. And he's going to take this one all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. And you remember back in the days when Michael Vick was unstoppable, The one unstoppable running back was LT, and you can see right there he takes it for 6. So we do have this game on All Madden. Here's a first throw deep down the field. Jay Cutler is going to find Devontae Graham for the touchdown, and that is going to be a big-time play. And Jay Cutler at this time, I believe he was in his 3rd season, and that one was the first pass of the game, and that is going to be a touchdown. And it's 7-7 here at home for the Broncos as LT gets the carry on the next drive, and that's about a gain of 1 yard. So here's a handoff up the middle. LT fighting forward. Look at him putting on some juke moves, and that's the one thing I used to like about Madden 2, putting on those juke moves. They were definitely effective and quick. You could see LT putting on a couple of jukes there and getting up the middle for about a gain of 9. So now on a 3rd and inches, here's a pitch play out to the right side. You can see the speed that used to happen in this game. LT just took that pitch and took it to the house. That's a touchdown, and he's already over 100 yards here in this game, and we're not even to the 2nd quarter. So here is Jay Cutler back out onto the field. He's going to roll out to the right and buy some time. He has time to throw. He's going to throw to the right side. He's got Colbert just over the outstretched arms of the defender, and it's a 1st down. So here's a handoff this time. Here's Travis Henry up the middle, and he will pick up about 11 yards on that one and a 1st down. As now here's Cutler under center this time. Here's another handoff to Travis Young on a 3rd down. Actually a really bad call on that one. I didn't realize it was 3rd down, so out comes Phillip Rivers after a punt. So now we're on to the 2nd quarter. Phillip Rivers pump fakes. He throws the ball deep. He's got a man deep, and that is going to be caught by Parker. That's a touchdown. Man, I got to admit, playing on All Madden with these old games is definitely really, really tough going back all of these generations. Remember, this is on PS2, so this is really different to play with these guys and play, honestly, just a totally different type of just environment of gameplay here. As now here's a throw out to left side, and that's picked off by Antoine Cason. Like I said, I feel like this is one of the most underrated secondaries in NFL history. Antoine Cason, Antonio Cromartie, and Quentin Jammer. I mean, those guys were all pretty good. And now they have the 21-7 lead. We're just getting beat down in this game. Here's LT, another carry up the middle, and we will stop him just short of the 1st down, and they will kick the field goal and make it a 24-7 game. As now we fast forward to about 3 minutes left here in the 2nd quarter, but here are the Chargers bringing the blitz off the edge. I believe that was Sean Phillips with the sack. And now 3rd and 20, down 24-7. We're just going to air this thing out. Here's Cutler. He gets hit on the throw, throws to the sideline, and that is not even going to be close. It almost stays in bounds. We almost get the catch on that one. And instead we have to punt the ball away back to the Chargers. Let's see if they can score on this drive. Phillip Rivers under center. He's going to pitch it to LT, who puts on a move. And look at this. He gets upfield and does fight forward for about a gain of 10 yards, and he eventually picks up the 1st down. As here's a counter play out to Darren Sproles, who isn't the Darren Sproles that I don't think he's that Darren Sproles yet. And here is Phillip Rivers, another 1st down. Here is a throw out to left side, and that is Vincent Jackson. And now they are just killing us here. All Madden, throw to the end zone. It's caught, touchdown. Vincent Jackson, another touchdown. I mean, this game is hard. This is All Madden. These guys are impossible to stop. And obviously I haven't played this game in so many years. This is the first game I've played since picking this game up. So here is LT getting going. And you can see the back juke. That's one thing I forgot about as well. That little quick little back juke, and LT showed it off there. And here's a handoff to left side. And look at LT. Puts on the Jets, and he's gone. Another touchdown for LaDainian Tomlinson. Just killing this game. And now he makes it 38 points on the board here for the San Diego Chargers at this time, now the LA Chargers. So here is Cutler this time. He's going to throw the ball deep. He's got Graham, who had a step, and he will get it completed to about the 23-yard line. Eric Weddle went up for it, but then completely missed. So now we have a chance to put a touchdown on the board, but not this time. That is going to be a sack that time by Sean Phillips, and we will just settle for the field goal instead of going for it. And it's going to be 13-38. The Chargers are just putting a can on us. Just, man, I mean, this is crazy. So 1st and 10 here from the 45. Another deep shot and another great throw by Phillip Rivers. I'm not even sure back in these days if they made bad throws. I mean, all the throws are pretty much on the money from Phillip Rivers in this one. So now he's inside the 10, throw to the end zone, and there is Parker. He goes up and gets it. It's another touchdown, and the Chargers are continuing to pour it on us in this one. And let's see if we can score one more time before the end of this game. Here's Cutler. He's going to air it out to Graham, and he's got it in a lot of room, and he will get run down from behind, tackled at about the 24. And that's a big first down throw. 3.5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter as Cutler throws to the end zone. It's going to be caught in, and it's going to be a tackle at the 1 by, I believe that was Quentin Jammer on the outside. And now Brandon Marshall cannot get into the end zone. Here's Cutler scrambling out to the right, and he will throw that way, and it's picked off by Eric Weddle, and nobody is going to catch him. And this has been an utter beatdown. I mean, what can you say? I was rusty in this one. Haven't picked up the game. I'm making all kinds of excuses, but this was fun, to be honest. I mean, this game still holds up pretty well, plays pretty well. It's not like it's just one of these games that a bunch of blobs running around. It's pretty good. It's actually a lot of fun. And this actually isn't even the latest Madden on PS2. I literally got this for 25 cents. So the Chargers get the victory in this one. The gameplay isn't bad. I had a lot of fun with this. And I just wanted to see, the differences between Madden back then and Madden now. And honestly, I forgot all about the Superstar mode, which was really, really fun. It had so much to it, so much depth. And the gameplay isn't too bad. I mean, I like the old school style of engine that they used to have back in this game. And same with NCAA football. I mean, NCAA football was the game back in the day. It still is. I mean, to be honest, it still holds up now really, really well nowadays. And man, it's pretty fun playing with these old players that, used to run the NFL. This was back when the NFL used to have big hitters and the Sean Taylors and the Ed Reeds and the Ray Lewises, all those guys. And to play with these guys again, it's pretty fun. It holds up pretty well. About 11 years later, maybe 12, because Madden 09 came out in 2008. So 12 years later, it plays pretty well. I'm pretty surprised by it, and I'm not surprised, to be honest, because they took out tons of features, and I feel like Madden back then had way more features. They even had in franchise mode a auction style free agency, which was pretty cool. And I wish they would have at least kept that option in there so that it would just make free agency more fun and I guess really, really, time crunching, I don't know how to describe it, but that's going to do it here. I mean, what do you guys think of this Madden 09? This is a pretty good game. I got to admit, this was a really, really good game back in the day. And honestly, I think Madden has regressed a little bit. I think they could have built off a lot of these features that they had in these old games. But that's going to do it. If you like more of this content, hit subscribe, hit that like button. We'll be playing more classic PS2 games. So stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I've been working hard for a minute. The ones who don't deserve it seem to be the ones that get it. The ones who speak the truth never get the recognition, but the ones that act foolish seem to get all the attention. It don't matter though. Yeah. Hey, it don't even matter though. Nope. Hey, it don't even matter.